Repeating zones. In the recent versions of Blender, a new concept was introduced: repeating zones. This is the default cube. Delete it because you have to. And I'm going to add a sphere. If I open the geometry node editor, create a new tree, and let's call it, for example, simulation. If you go to add under utilities, you will have an option for repeating zones. As you can see, you will have these two nodes with this box around them. Repeating zones are a way to tell Blender to repeat certain operations multiple times. For example, what's coming out of this group input is my original geometry, which is the sphere. I also have my group output, which is the geometry I'll have by the end. I will plug the repeating zone between them like this. I'm also going to add another node called set position, which will allow me to change the position of an object. Shift A, set position, and I'm going to plug it in the repeating zone. Let's say I will move the sphere by 1 meter on the x-axis, and that's exactly what I will have if I type 1 here. Now let's say I want to repeat this operation 10 times. Of course, it can be as easy as typing 10 here, but imagine if you have a bigger node tree. In that situation, you will need to multiply every single value by 10, which can be a hassle. That's why in the first node of the repeat zone, you have this number labeled iterations, which represents how many times you want Blender to compute what's inside the repeating zone. So if I type 10 here, Blender will execute what's inside this repeating zone 10 times. So, if we were to sum up what are repeating zones are a way to tell Blender to repeat certain operations a certain number of times. It is that simple. So now, what about simulation zones?